So you want to start a wellness journey? How do you get started? Well, listen up. I had never intentionally planned on starting a wellness journey until life came along and hit me and I needed to, right? So the first thing you want to do is tune in and ask yourself why. Like, why are you starting a wellness journey? Is this something you actually want to do? Because if it's not, you will not stick to it. If it's something you feel forced to do, again, you will not stick to it. So looking at yourself, your life right now, and seeing, is this something you actually want to do? So that's the first step. Do you want to do this? There's a lot of talk, magazine articles, online, social media, like about wellness, wellness, wellness. And as someone who advocates for a wellness journey, I want to first start off by acknowledging that, but also by saying, if this is not something you really want, it's never going to stick. But the second part of that is if you're like, well, yeah, this feels right, is doing and starting a wellness journey that works for you and fits your life. Everything I teach comes back to working with what you want in your life, because we are not cookie cutters. We don't all fit into the same box. And so trying to be somebody else is just setting ourselves up for failure and isn't sustainable. So we're not going to do that. I do not teach you how to be somebody else. I want you to be you. So taking that into consideration, right? My wellness journey involves a lot of meditation, for sure. I mean, I'm a mindfulness meditation teacher. I meditate every day. But my wellness journey also involves the foods that I eat. Right now, because I'm healing from surgery, eat a ton of protein. A ton. Like double my daily intake for my weight. A ton. And so that's part, like my diet, and by diet, I mean the foods that I eat. I don't mean that I'm on a diet, is part of my wellness journey. So I eat a lot of vegan meals, but because I eat so much protein, throw some meat into them, right? But for a lot of people, their wellness journey is switching to a plant-based diet, to being vegan, to being vegetarian. I'm still, obviously, because I eat meat, I'm still a meat eater. But incorporating more protein into my diet is part of my journey. It's my journey. Another part of my wellness journey is journaling. These are things that I've tested out, that I tried, that I like, and I incorporate in. Because that's how we cultivate a wellness journey, is by trying things. What sticks, what doesn't, noticing that, paying attention. My journaling ebbs and flows. I notice that the times that I should probably journal the most is the times that I journal the least. So again, my wellness journey, meditating, the foods that I eat, journaling, taking lots of walks, being outside as much in nature as I can get, a lot of quiet time. I read every morning. It's part of my journey. Self-help books in the morning. I often read at night, and that's usually more fiction. These days, it's mostly Agatha Christie, but that changes. Now, this is my wellness journey, right? And you're going to create your own. And probably you're going to want to start meditating. So one way to do that, mindfulness meditation, is to start with the breath. So learning how to be with the breath. And we're going to do a breathing practice together called the box practice. Now I do it 5, like breathe in for 5, hold for 5, out for 5, hold for 5. But you can stretch up to 9 seconds and then hold for 4 and out for 9, and like you can change it up. We're going to do it 5 and 5, and so you can see why it's called the box practice. And you can see why it's called the box practice. So let's do the box practice together. So we're going to breathe in for 5, hold, out and hold. And you can do this practice anywhere, right? I mean, it's not like I'm going to be doing this. Just breathe in, hold, out, and hold. Simple and easy, and that's the start, right? That's the start of your journey, is learning how to be with the breath. Oh, because it helps so much to calm whatever's going on inside. Being with this breath brings us into this moment. It's no wellness journey complete without learning how to be in the moment, to be present, to be here, not stuck in the future worrying about what could possibly, potentially, maybe might never happen, or stuck in the past ruminating over all the things that you wish had gone differently, right? Being here now in this moment, because this is the only moment you can do anything about. So we start our wellness journey by learning how to be in this moment and to be with this breath. And as I've talked about in some of my other videos, bringing in this mindfulness concept of beginner's mind, this kindness, curiosity, non-judgment, right? This childlike wonder. Do I like scrapbooking? I like scrapbooking, but do I like this? Is this a hobby that I like to do? What if I could do anything in this moment? What would it be? Oh, maybe I'll try baking. Well, do I like it? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Oh, tonight, feels right. A nice bubble bath. If I'm stuck in my head worrying and like stuck in the past, thinking over everything, maybe not the bath, right? Maybe not an opportunity to just sit and to soak and to ruminate. Maybe choosing something else. Do I like to read? What do I like to read? I like to read fiction. I like to read mysteries. I like to read rom-coms, like romantic novels, a little bit of young adults. I know what I like. I like to read my self-help books, but I also like to read, as I said, Agatha Christie. Been reading a lot of hers lately. My favorite book of 2021 was Marian Lane and the Midnight Murder. Loved it. There's going to be a sequel. Can't wait. And that was by T.A. Wilberg. I also really enjoy the books, the novels by Karen McManus. She wrote One of Us is Lying, One of Us is Next. Like that's a series, but she's got a bunch of other books. Love those too. Mysteries. The Glass Lake by Maeve Binchy was one of my favorite books. It's like this thick. I used to read it every year in high school because we had to do like a book report, and it was always on this book. My classmates were like, "Wait, you read that?" And I'm like, "Every year." I like to read. But these are pieces of my journey. And as I said, like it's part of my wellness journey because it's the time that I can focus on me. I can rest, I can recuperate, and I can fill up my cup, because that's kind of the purpose of a wellness journey, is figuring out, finding the strategies, the practices, the things that help you to refill your cup. I like to read InStyle magazine. That's one of my things. The bubble bath, the bit of chocolate, sitting down, just sitting with my morning coffee. Right? How wonderful and lovely does that sound, to have that time to just be with my coffee, nothing else. This is, as I said, it's part of my wellness journey. So I purposely do these things. I had to make space in my day for them, because I could very easily drink my coffee and have my breakfast with the TV on in the background or checking emails, but I choose to ease into my day by having my breakfast, having my coffee, reading my book, I'm reading about a chapter, and then I meditate, and then I usually do some movement, right? This is my journey that I created. So, like I already said, I'm back to tuning in and noticing, what are the things I like to do, testing, experimenting, figuring that out. You might hate reading, you might love it, you might be like, ugh, coffee, right? my wellness journey is not yours, but figuring out which things help. A big part of my wellness journey is because of the brain injury, because of the surgeries, because of all that stuff. So everything I do helps to support that side of my life, right? Minimizing screen time, minimizing my time on social media because it's screen time, right? These are things that I do. So I invite you to explore, to test things out, to take a bubble bath and see if you like it, to take a couple of hours a week and to try different things, and then to come up with a list. These are the things that fill up my cup. Talking to a friend, not talking to a friend, taking a walk with a friend, taking a walk on my own, taking a walk with a camera, taking a walk with a podcast. Like, these can all be part of your wellness journey. Some of these are my things, some of them are not. We start by investigating. So that asking first, is this something I want to do? And how much time do I want to give to my wellness journey? Is this an all day, every day kind of a thing? It might not start that way. It might end up being your wellness is your priority, but noticing where you're at and what your life is like in this moment. So that's sort of the first step. Investigating and journaling around what you want your wellness journey to look like. The next step is trying out different things, seeing what you like, what you don't, what fills up the cup, which empties the cup, because for some people, a bubble bath could empty their cup. I like listening to podcasts when I'm on a plane, but any other time, not so much. I hate audiobooks. I like to read with the book in my hand, in either an ebook or a paperback hardcover, but I like the book. I don't like listening to it. I tried that once and I didn't get very far into the book. One of my friends loves audiobooks, right? What fills your cup? What drains your cup? Noticing, investigating. It sounds like I'm repeating myself, but on purpose, so you can get these messages. Always bringing the curiosity, the beginner's mind to everything. And you'll end up with a list of things that you enjoy doing, things you can kind of put in your back pocket for moments when you're stressed out and you're feeling overwhelmed and you need to settle down and to center. You can pull that list out and you can embark on something that's on your wellness journey to-do list. So that's how we get started. You start small. Don't dive. I would suggest you don't dive head first in completely. Start small, small shifts. A book, it's technically not a wellness journey book, but one of my favorite books, self-help books that I've read, was Atomic Habits, because it's all about learning how to bring in habits and change habits. And one of the things that James Clear, the author, talks about is habit stacking. So when I noticed I had been skipping my meditations for a while, I used habit stacking, and I stacked it at the end of my morning breakfast reading coffee session. Went straight into meditating, and then I meditated more. When I noticed that I hadn't journaled in a while, I kept the journal beside my bed, and as soon as I would get into bed, I would journal. As soon as I get into the bed, under the covers, grab the journal, and I would journal every day. Because I was already going to bed. So I was already doing this habit, and so I added this to it. So that's a book that I would recommend for any kind of habit changes you want to do. And wellness and starting a wellness journey is changing your habits. It's a good book to have for that. So that's how we get started with a wellness journey. So I invite you to take some time this week and start investigating what a wellness journey looks like for you. To meditate more, you can join me, my free 7-day mindfulness meditation challenge. I will post the link to that in the description. 7 days, 7 different practices, 10 minutes or less to get you started on your wellness journey. So put the link, you can sign up and you can get started today with me, listening to my meditative voice. I've been told it's very relaxing. And until next time, take care and be well. Bye.